Certain times, sound financial advice is very important.
Indeed. Each Thursday, we are lucky enough to be joined live by Steve Peasley, the registered investment advisor and the president of KPP Financial in Dana Point. Welcome, Mr. Peasley. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me back again.
A topic I think that comes up often when you counsel your many clients, and that is they themselves probably have trouble saving, but at least they recognize that they've gone wrong and don't want it to happen with their next generation. How do they set a good example for their kids?
Well, I have 39 nieces and nephews. So I have...
and are you Uncle Money to them? Is that how they refer to you?
I'm Uncle Peasley, sometime Uncle Evil. It depends. You know what's going on, but I very much so try to teach them money. I do. It's difficult because I'm not the parent.
Mm-hmm.
The most influential person is the parent. Mm-hmm. If the parent doesn't do it, it's not going to happen at schools. Most schools do not teach money.
Sure, even right through high school.
Yeah.
Maybe economics, but no class and...
Just the opposite. In fact, society, TV shows us instant gratification. Kids are getting things for credit cards in high school.
Oh, yes.
It's ridiculous. So how do you teach them to save?
Well, one way is you teach them a job. Everybody has a job. Mm-hmm. If it's school, that's your job. You teach them rewards from that job. Rewards is college, you know, better grades. One of the main things, you can stop enabling them by giving them credit cards, you know, have them here. Remember, as a parent, you want to give them everything you didn't have.
Right.
Okay? That's what the problem. But you have to teach them that you can't have everything you want. My biggest problem is parents are doing the exact same thing. They're trying to get everything they want, and they can't understand why they're getting in financial trouble. That's the biggest thing. Another one is, you know, that school is a job. And you can reward them for good school, but not with cash. That reward should be with college, because remember, you want to get into college, you want to get scholarships, you need to work hard. Everybody has a job, so that's very important. And again, it's difficult for parents to, you know, we talked about this when giving kids an allowance, remember that? And not necessarily rewarding them with money for work done in the house, but at least teach them with the allowance, put some aside for charity, put some aside for savings, some aside for something that you want. You know, every week, and teach them to use cash instead of credit cards.
The numbers are astounding for the grown-ups. Just a little bit more than half have any savings.
Any savings at all.
So the trend is not our friend here.
Yeah, and the credit card use for the young people, 18 to 24, has gone up over 100% in the last 10 years.
Yeah, $5,000 to $7,000 balance.
That's a little bit misleading, because remember what the credit cards are doing? They're offering cash back and everything else. I have some employees who are young in that age group, and they use their credit cards all the time, but they pay it off every month because they get 3% cash back.
Yeah,
okay. So
but that's
smart
the
money,
key,
yeah.
is to pay it off. You know, one thing, this is a really interesting topic for me. I think it's so important for kids to save, and my approach is always, they have to have a motivation to save. If you're giving them everything they want, they have no reason to save their money to buy something. So if you say, oh, well, you want that, you'll need to pay for it yourself, then all of a sudden they have their own motivation to save their money and earn it and pay for it themselves.
And a perfect way to do that is, do you want that new video game? You save half and I'll pay half.
Going halvies.
You want that new car when you get your driver's license? Well, not a new car, maybe a used car. I'll match whatever you have. You know, I'll match whatever you have in savings to put toward the new car, even if you can afford the new car.
Well, lastly, even if a parent does set those parameters, sounds like Lonnie, you do, sometimes they can be undermined by the grandparent or Uncle Peasley.
Yeah.
Okay, guilty. I do undermine my
Steve,
in-laws.
you're a fraud. After that wonderful dissertation. Okay, it's a good topic, and
very important.
Yes, maybe the next generation can set a better example than us and the government.
Yes, the government is a bad example.
KPP Financial President Steve Peasley. Check out his website. It's investtalk.com. Steve will be back next Thursday, and if you have a question for him, email to us. Our address is news@kdoc.tv. He'll be back in our new time. We go from 10 to 11, but same day on Thursdays. Glad you're coming with us.
I am very happy to be there.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.